Good morning, all. In previous lecture, we have seen one example depends on this Cauchy residue theorem. So, Cauchy residue theorem is to evaluate the integration of this type, that is integration from fz dz over the curve C, 2 pi I summation of all the residues at z equal to a. Or you can remember in this form also, Cauchy residue theorem. This is easy one. So you can remember this formula as, or you can write as it is in the exam, that integration of fz dz inside the curve C or over the curve C is equal to 2 pi I into sum of the residues of the singular points. In previous lecture also we have seen the concept about the singular points. So here, if this is the revision type, we have seen this formula in last lecture. So again we can see, if z equal to a is a simple pole, then how to find the residue of that z of that function at z equal to a. So the formula is residue equal to the residue formulae are in the form of limit. So residue at z equal to a is equal to limit of z minus a into fz. Fz is your given function in the form of z variable as z tends to a. Solve this limit, you can get the residue answer. Or this first type is for if z equal to a is a simple pole, and simple pole means in short you can remember as z equal to a is a root come one time, that is the z equal to a is not repeated, so that you can find this residue by this formula. And second is, if z equal to a is a multiple pole of order m, that is if z equal to a, this is a root which is repeated and the repetition is of m times. If the repetition is equal to m, that is if z equal to a is repeated 2 times, then the value of m is 2. If z equal to a is repeated 3 times, then the value of m is equal to 3. In such a way that if z is equal to a is a repeated root, or in other words, z equal to a is a multiple pole of order m, then residue of fz at z equal to a is equal to 1 upon m minus 1 factorial limit as z tends to a, m minus 1th derivative with respect to z of z minus a raised to m into fz. Fz is a given function. And then the Cauchy residue theorem is integration of fz dz equal to 2 pi into sum of the residues of these singular points. Z equal to a, these are your singular points. So what the type of that singular point, you have to use the one of the formula from this two. And first example, this example we have seen, you can check this. Evaluate the integration tan z dz where c is the circle mod z equal to 2. So to find the residues, to evaluate this integration, to evaluate this type of integration means 2 pi I into, we have to evaluate or we have to find the residues of these singular points. So these steps are like, first find singular points, then find their residues, and then take their sum with multiplication of 2 pi I, we get the integration answer. So here, to find the singular points, this first type we have seen, first type of example, integration is given in the trigonometric function, and trigonometric function is here tan z. So how to find singular points? So for singular points, generally the denominator terms we want. So here we have to simplify this tan z as sin z upon cos z, and then take that denominator equal to 0 and find the value of z. So here trigonometric function cos z equal to 0 gives z, means we have to find the angles. So here in cyclic order we have the cos angles. So there are many angles for which we get the cos z value as 0. So the z values are pi by 2, minus pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, minus 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, minus pi by 2, etc. So these are your roots of these z values. by taking denominator equal to 0. So if the example doesn't contain denominator, then convert the given example in the form of numerator upon denominator, and then take that denominator equal to 0 and find the value of z or values of z. So here the z values are angles, because trigonometric function we have taken as equal to 0. So we get cos z equal to 0 gives z equal to, there are many angles, because sin cos z is or cos function is your periodic function, that is the values are repeated after some angles. So cos z value equal to 0 gives z equal to plus minus pi by 2. We know this example we have seen, so you can see the overview of this example in detail. You can see the last lecture. So we get the z values, and then these z values we have to check if these z values or these points are lie inside the circle or not, and the circle is given as mod z equal to 2. So this is your standard circle. Mod z equal to 2 means mod z minus 0 equal to 2. So the center is 0 0 and radius is 2. So here we have to check first, these are your values of z, and these values of z are called poles. So here, and non-repeated values we get, so these are non-repeated poles. So here first we have to check these z values or these points, whether these points lie inside this circle or not. So pi by 2, these are your angles. So how to check these angles lie inside the circle or not? So for that we have to put pi value here. So pi value in the form of decimal numbers, that is 3.142, not 180 degree. Pi means here we have to put in the form of number. So here put here pi equal to 3.142 upon 2. So we get z equal to 1.57 comma 0. So this is your z equal to 1.57 means the point is xy point, that is 1.57 comma 0, because z equal to 1.57, we have to compare this with x plus iy. So x value is 1.57 and y value means ith coefficient. So ith coefficient here absent, so take y equal to 0. So x value is 1.57, y value is 0. So we have this point in xy axis. So 1.570, and here this is your circle with radius 2, that is this point is 2 0, and 1.570 lies inside the circle, maybe at this position. So here pi by 2 and minus pi by 2, only these 2 points lie inside the circle. Hence find the residues of these points only, that is for pi by 2 and minus pi by 2. So here which formula we have to use? So here pi by 2 and minus pi by 2 are not repeated values, so we have to use this first formula, because second formula is for a repeated case. If z value is repeated for m times, then we have to use this residue formula. Otherwise, if non-repeated case is there, then we have to use the first formula. So we are using here first formula. So first formula is the residue of fz as z tends to a. Here a value we have to take as pi by 2, that is 1.57, or you can take as it is z equal to pi by 2 is equal to limit as z tends to a, that is pi by 2, z minus a, that is z minus pi by 2, into fz. Fz value is given, that is tan z. So how to simplify or how to get the answer of this limit function? So if we have we get the indeterminate form, then we have to use the L'Hospital rule. So by using L'Hospital rule, because for L'Hospital rule we want the function in the form of numerator upon denominator. So here we convert tan z into sin z upon cos z. We get 0 by 0 by putting z equal to pi by 2 in numerator and denominator. We get the 0 by 0 form, that is indeterminate form. So if we get the indeterminate form, apply the L'Hospital rule. L'Hospital rule means take the derivative of numerator and denominator separately with respect to z. And after again put the z equal to pi by 2. After taking the derivative of numerator, we get this numerator, and by taking denominator derivative, we have minus sin z in denominator, and then put z equal to pi by 2 in numerator and as well as in denominator, we get value. That is your final answer of this limit, that is the value of residue. In same manner, for z equal to minus pi by 2, because minus pi by 2 means minus 1.570 point, which again lies inside this circle. So again find the residue at z equal to minus pi by 2 by using this first formula. So by using this first formula, we get the minus 1 again answer, and then by Cauchy residue theorem, 2 pi I into summation of these residues, we get the integration answer. So 2 pi I into summation of two residues, minus 1 plus minus 1, that is minus 4 pi I. So this we have seen the example in previous lecture. Similar to these examples, let us see the next examples using Cauchy residue theorem. So this is your next example. Evaluate integration over curve C sin pi z square plus cos pi z square upon z minus 1 square into z minus 2 dz, where C is the circle. Circle is given mod z equal to 3. So here this type of examples we have seen in previous lectures also. That is type 1. If for hint, you can remember these points for application of the various formulae. So type 1 formula is integration of fz dz is given, and if the curve is mentioned as circle equation, then we have to use the substitution method. This is your first type. Here fz is given in the numerator upon denominator form. So here fz is not given in the denominator or numerator upon denominator form, then you can use this first type method. Then second type is integration of fz dz is given, integration is given, and curve is given in the form of path. That is path equation is given. One path equation, there are some examples of one path equation, then two or more path equations. There is a different method. Then third type is if fz integration of fz dz is given and denominator has the factors, or you can factorize the denominator, then we have to use the Cauchy integral formula. And if denominator factors are repeated, then we have to use the Cauchy extension formula. Now there is the fourth type. Integration of fz dz over the curve C. Generally the integration function is given in the form of numerator upon denominator, and curve is given as the circle equation. Then use Cauchy residue theorem. So this is your this type of example. We are seeing this type of example based on this Cauchy residue theorem formula. So here this is example, circle equation is given, mod z equal to 3. Now we are, for Cauchy residue theorem, the steps are: first find values of z by taking denominator equal to 0, and these are our poles. These are called as poles. Then check whether these poles lie inside the circle or inside the curve or not. So check poles lie inside the curve or not. If we get the more than one values of z, then check the poles for lying inside the curve or not. Then whatever the final points we get or final values of z we get which lies inside the curve, for these points only we have to find the residues. That is, if we get the three values of z, and in these three values of z, if only two values or only one value lies inside that curve, then find the residue for that point only, 1 point or 2 point. So the points which lie inside the circle or inside the curve, for these points only find residues. And for residues there are two formulae. One of the formula we have to use there. Then use the Cauchy residue theorem. That is, add these all residues with multiplication of 2 pi I, we get the integration answer by using Cauchy residue theorem. So these are the steps. So for Cauchy, so first step is we have to find the values of z by taking denominator equal to 0. So take this denominator equal to 0, denominator is given. So we get z minus 1 square equal to 0 or z minus 2 equal to 0. So we get z equal to 1 2 times because z minus 1 has the square power. So z equal to 1 is the pole, and whatever the repetition number is there, that is your order of that pole. So here repetition is 2 times. So we get z equal to 1. This is your pole of order 2. Then put z minus 2 equal to 0. So z equal to 2 is your simple pole. So if repetition is there, 1 is repeated 2 times, hence this is called pole of order 2. And z equal to 2 is not repeated, then that is called simple pole. Then z equal to 1 and 2, these are your poles. Now next step is check whether these poles lie inside the curve or not. So here z equal to 1 and z equal to 3, these are your 2 points, and the circle is given mod z equal to 3, that is center is 0 0 and radius is 3, that is this point is 3 0, this is minus 3 0, this is 0 3 and this is 0 minus 3. And z equal to 1 means point is 1 0. Z equal to 3 means point is 3 0. So z equal to 1 1 0 point 1 0 point, this is your 3 0 point. So obviously 1 0 point is there. So this point z equal to 1 lies inside the circle. Then z equal to 3, this, that is 3 0 point. So this is exactly on the edge of that circle or on the boundary of that circle. So here both the points lie inside the circle, hence we have to find residues for both the points z equal to 1 and also for z equal to 3. So here for z equal to 1 we have to find the residue, and this z equal to 1, this is your pole of order 2, that is repetition is there. So we have to use this formula for residue. So 1 upon m minus 1, here repetition is 2 times, that is m value is here 2. So put m equal to 2 here, then a value is z equal to 1. So a value is here 1. Put a equal to 1 here, m equal to 2. We have residue of fz at z equal to 1 equal to 1 upon m value is 2. So 2 minus 1 factorial, that is 1 factorial, 1 factorial is 2 minus 1 factorial, limit as z tends to 1, d of 2 minus 1 with respect to z, 2 minus 1, z minus 1 raised to 2, fz value is this total function, given function is your fz value, this is your fz value. So put here, we get this. So 2 minus 1, then simplify and evaluate this limit. So 2 minus 1 factorial, limit as z tends to 1, 2 minus 1, that is d by dz, z minus 1 bracket square, fz value is this, and this bracket is cancelled with this fz value. So in fz value, z minus 1 bracket square is in denominator and this is in numerator, so these two brackets get cancelled and the remaining function is this. So we have 1 factorial is 1. After simplification we get this term. So limit as z tends to 1, d by dz of this function. So first, before finding the answer of this limit, we have to first take the derivative with respect to z of this function. This function is in numerator and denominator form, so we have to use the quotient rule. Quotient rule is denominator square, so z minus 2 square, then denominator z minus 2 into numerator's derivative. Quotient rule is denominator square, denominator derivative of numerator minus numerator into derivative of denominator. So this is your basic formula. This is your basic formula for taking the derivative. So here denominator is this, numerator is this. So put the denominator numerator values in this formula. Denominator square z minus 2 square, denominator numerator's derivative. So here sin pi z square is there. So the derivative of sin pi z square with respect to z. So here if there is a function sin z, then derivative with respect to z is cos z. This is by the formula of 12th standard or diploma book. Sin x derivative is cos x. Hence here z is variable, so sin z derivative is cos z. But here only z single variable is not given, pi z square. Instead of z, there is a given angle as pi z square. So we have to use bracket formula. So sin bracket derivative is cos bracket into derivative of bracket. While you see the lectures from the first chapter in detail, you can see the how to use the quotient rule or product rule, or how to apply the bracket formulae by using the original derivative formulae. So this type of formulae many times we were used in previous lectures. So you can see these or you can see the videos from the first lecture. Don't disturb that sequence of these videos. See the videos from the first lecture, then you can understand the formulae, how to apply this formulae. So here sin bracket derivative is cos bracket into derivative of bracket. So here b value is pi z square. So cos pi z square into derivative of pi z square. So here pi z square derivative is pi is constant, which is in multiplication form, write as it is, and z square derivative is 2z. So we have 2 pi z into cos pi z square, 2 pi z into cos pi z square. So here in numerator's derivative, sin pi z square derivative is cos pi z square into pi z square derivative is 2 pi z, then minus numerator as it is, numerator derivative we are seeing. So sin pi z square derivative is this, then cos pi z square, similarly by using cos b derivative formula. So cos x or cos z derivative is minus sin z, then cos bracket derivative is minus sin bracket into derivative of bracket. So minus sin bracket, that is cos pi z square derivative is minus sin pi z square into derivative of b. Here b value is pi z square. Cos b, so compare this b, cos b with cos pi z square. So we have b value as pi z square. So derivative of b, that is derivative of pi z square, is again pi as it is, z square derivative is 2z. Then denominator square, denominator numerator derivative minus this numerator as it is, this numerator as it is into derivative of denominator. So z minus 2 is your denominator, its derivative is 1 because z derivative is 1 minus 2 is constant, derivative is 0. X derivative is 1 with respect to x, so z derivative is 1 with respect to z, so into 1. So then don't simplify this because at the last we have to put this z equal to 1 value after taking the derivative. So here before taking the limit d by dz of this function, so by using quotient rule we get this answer. Now apply the limit rule. So here put z equal to 1 whether we get indeterminate form or not. So here by putting z equal to 1 here, 1 minus 2, then cos pi 1 square, 2 pi into 1 minus sin pi 1 square, 2 pi into 1 minus numerator sin pi 1 square plus cos pi 1 square into 1 upon 1 minus 2 bracket square. We get this function and by simplifying we get the answer 2 pi plus 1. So cos pi value is, cos 0 is 1, cos pi is minus 1. Then sin pi value is all the values of multiple of pi for the sine, all values are 0. Sin pi values you can use the calci. Sin pi value is 0, cos pi value is minus 1. So simplifying we get this answer. So this is your first first residue answer for z equal to 1. The next is z equal to 2. This is your simple pole, not repeated. So use this formula, first formula. Limit of z minus a fz. Limit of z minus a. So here a value is 2. Z minus a fz. So by putting fz value, that is given function fz value, so this numerator z minus 2 cancelled with z minus 2 denominator, which is in denominator. So we get the remaining function as sin pi z square plus cos pi z square upon z minus 1 bracket square as z tends to 2. Now first put z equal to 2 here. If we get indeterminate form, then take L'Hospital rule or then apply L'Hospital rule. So here by putting z equal to 2 here, we get the answer. What is the answer? By putting z equal to 2, 4 pi. So cos 4 pi is 0, sin 4 pi is 0, cos 4 pi is 1. We get the residue 1. Now these are your two residues for two values, z equal to 1 and z equal to 2. Now by Cauchy residue theorem, the given integration answer equal to, that is this integration answer equal to, formula is 2 pi into sum of the residues. 2 pi into first residue is 2 pi plus 1, second residue is plus 1. Simplifying we get this answer. Here again this is the same example, you can take as assignment. Evaluate this type of integration over the circle. This mod z equal to 2 means this is your circle equation. Compare this with z minus a equal to r, and if this type of equation we have, then center is, this type of equation is of circle equation, center is a0 and radius is r, that is right side answer. So mod z equal to 2 means mod z minus 0 equal to 2. So center is 0, 0, radius is 2. So here first step is take the denominator equal to 0 and find the values of z, that is find the values of poles. So here by taking denominator equal to 0, we get three values, 0, minus 1 and 3. Z equal to 0, z equal to minus 1, z minus 3 equal to 0 gives z equal to 3. So these are your poles and these are your simple poles because not any z value is repeated, that is these are your non-repeated values of z, hence these are your poles, simple poles. Then next step is check these poles lie inside the curve or not. Curve is given as the circle equation. So circle is this. So z equal to 0 means 0, 0, point. So this is your origin which lies inside the circle. Then z equal to minus 1 means minus 1 0 point. So this minus 1 0 point is here. So this point is again lies inside the circle. Then z equal to 3, that is 3 0. As this is your 2 0 point, 3 0 point will be at this position. So this point is only lie outside the circle, otherwise these first 2 points lie inside the circle. Now next step is the points which lie inside the circle or inside the curve. For these points only find the residue and then use Cauchy residue theorem. So here first 2 points lie inside the circle, mod z equal to 2. Hence for these first 2 points only find the residue. Neglect that third point. So residue, these are your non-repeated values, simple poles. Hence use this first formula, that is limit residue equal to limit of z minus a fz. Residue of fz at z tends to 0 or z equal to first point is 0. Limit of z minus a value is 0, fz value is this. By putting this z value cancel with this z, remaining value is this. By putting, then simplify this limit by putting z equal to 0 here, we get that directly the answer, not getting the indeterminate form. If we get indeterminate form, then use L'Hospital rule. Otherwise, by putting z equal to 0, if we get the fixed answer, then that is your final answer of that residue. So here we get, by putting z equal to 0 here, we get 1/3 fixed answer. So this is your final answer of this residue. Then for residue at z equal to minus 1, put this z equal to minus 1 value, z equal to a equal to minus 1 value here. In this formula we have this, by putting z equal to minus 1, we get this function. Put z equal to minus 1 here. This is your procedure for evaluating this limit. So first put z tends to value in the given function and then check whether we get the indeterminate form or not. Once we get the indeterminate form, then we have to use the L'Hospital rule, and then by applying L'Hospital rule again we have to put that z value. If we don't get the indeterminate form, then put z equal to minus 1, we get the final answer. That is your final answer of that residue. So here directly we put z equal to minus 1 here, we get the answer. We are not using here L'Hospital rule. Then by using Cauchy residue theorem, add these two residue values. So 1/3 plus minus 3/4, that is 1/3 minus 3 with multiplication of 2 pi I. This is your final answer of that given integration. So take this as a, or next example you can take as a assignment. Next is, take this as a assignment. Evaluate the given integration is this, and the mod z equal to 1 means circle equation is given with center 0 0 and radius 1. Here first find residues, first find poles by taking denominator equal to 0, cos pi z equal to 0. So the pi z values are, in previous lecture we get cos z equal to 0, and then we have the angles as plus minus. Angle means here angle is given as z. So z equal to plus minus pi by 2, plus minus 3 pi by 2, plus minus 5 pi by 2, etc. But here cos pi z equal to 0 is given. So we have to take that whole angle. So pi z equal to, cos z equal to 0 means z values are plus minus pi by 2, plus minus 3 pi by 2, etc. And cos pi z equal to 0 means pi z values are plus minus pi by 2, plus minus 3 pi by 2, plus minus 5 by 2. But we want z values, hence take this pi on right side. So z equal to this pi, numerator's pi and this denominator pi get cancelled, we get the numbers as z values. Now check this further procedure is same as the previous examples. So now check these values or check these points lie inside the circle or not. So only 2 points plus minus half lie inside the circle mod z equal to 1. So find the residues for only 2 points z equal to half and z equal to minus half. Take this as a assignment. So here in this example, first answer is this residue. Here we, after putting this z equal to 1 by 2, we get 0 by 0 form. So by using L'Hospital rule, here we use the L'Hospital rule. That is, we have taken numerator derivative separate, denominator derivative separate with respect to z. Then for second residue also, we get the 0 by 0 form, that is indeterminate form. So after taking the derivative and after putting z equal to minus half, we get the final answer. So add these two residues with multiplication of 2 pi I, we get the given integration answer by using Cauchy residue theorem. So this is your answer. You can write this answer up to this step, or you can use the hyperbolic formula. You can write this answer or you can stop at this answer also. Next is find the sum of residues. That is, we have to first find residues. So for that, take this denominator equal to 0. Then as its poles inside the mod z equal to 2, circle equation is given, mod z equal to 2, that is center is 0 0 and radius is 2. So here first we have to find the residues, and for that we have to take denominator equal to 0. So take z cos z equal to 0 implies z equal to 0, cos z equal to 0. So cos z equal to 0 gives z equal to plus minus pi by 2, plus minus 3 pi by 2, plus minus 5 pi by 2, etc. So z equal to 0. So mod z equal to 2 means these are your poles or values of z. Now check these values lie inside this circle or not. So this is your center 0 0 circle and with radius is 2. So in this all points only 0 and plus minus pi by 2 lie inside the circle mod z equal to 2, because plus minus pi by 2 means plus minus 1.57. So z equal to 0 means 0 0 point. This is your circle 0 0 center and radius is 2. So this point is 2 0. This is minus 2 0. So z equal to 0 means 0 0 point, that is origin, lie inside the circle. Then z equal to plus minus pi by 2 means z equal to plus minus 1.57, that is 1.570 plus minus 1.570. So 1.570 lie on this side at this position. So again this point lie inside the circle, and minus 1.570 lie on the negative x-axis, that is again lie inside the circle. So these 3 points only lie inside the circle. Now find the residues for these 3 points. So these are your non-repeated values. So use this first formula. So limit of residue equal to limit of z minus a fz. Residue of fz equal to limit of z minus a fz. A value is here 0. Residue of fz, z equal to 0. Limit of z tends to a, that is 0, z minus a fz. Fz is your this function, whole function. Simplifying this z and this z get cancelled, we get sin z by cos z, that is tan z. So by putting z equal to 0, tan 0 is 0, or sin 0 upon cos 0 is 1, sin 0 is 0. So 0 upon 1 is 0. So we get the fixed answer. That is your residue answer. Then by for z equal to pi by 2, put instead of 0, put here pi by 2. So we have this function. Again this z equal to pi by 2 non-repeated value. So use this first formula. So we have this function. Put z equal to pi by 2 here. We have pi by 2 minus pi by 2, sin pi by 2 0. 0 into 0 is 0. Pi by 2 into cos pi by 2 is 0. So 0 upon pi by 0 into pi by 2 is 0. So we get 0 by 0, that is indeterminate form. Then if you get indeterminate form, then use L'Hospital rule. That is, take numerator derivative separate, denominator derivative separate. So here for numerator derivative, use the product rule. Product rule means first function as it is, derivative of second, sin z derivative is cos z, plus second function as it is, sin z as it is, derivative of first. So z derivative is 1, minus pi by 2 derivative is 0. So into 1. Z cos z, again use product rule. Z as it is, cos z derivative is minus sin z, plus second function cos z as it is, z derivative is 1. And then after applying L'Hospital rule, put z equal to pi by 2 here, we get minus 2 pi, minus 2 by pi residual answer. Similarly, you can put minus pi by 2 instead of pi by 2, and this minus pi by 2 is non-repeated value, hence use this first formula, residue equal to limit of z minus a fz. Residue equal to limit of z minus a into fz. Here a value is minus pi by 2. So a value is minus pi by 2. So residue of fz, z equal to minus pi by 2, limit of z, z tends to minus pi by 2, z minus minus pi by 2, that is z plus pi by 2 fz value. So we have this z plus pi by 2 into fz value. Then put z equal to minus pi by 2, we get 0 by 0 form. Then apply L'Hospital rule, that is take numerator derivative by using product rule, denominator derivative by using product rule, and then put again z equal to minus pi by 2, we get the answer. This is your residues, and add these residues with, there are 3 residues. For 0 plus minus pi by 2. So add these 3 residues with multiplication of 2 pi, we get the given integration answer equal to 0. By simplifying, we get the 0 answer. Next examples are repeated examples from the first point. So we can see in next lecture. Thank you.